ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the future of home video game consoles and home video gaming, if it were 1999 or 1998 in Japan. This is the Sega Dreamcast, and it was way ahead of its time. Let's take a closer look, shall we, at the unit itself. Right in the front we have 4 easily accessible controller ports labeled A through D, and not much else. On the top we have an open button to open up the disc tray. The Dreamcast incidentally uses optical discs. They were GD-ROMs, which is kind of a unique format. There's your power button. An LED light to let you know that the system's in use. On the sides we have some nice vents. Well, just one side actually. There's a vent to cool the system off so it doesn't overheat. On the back we have a telephone line jack because this thing has a built-in modem. Very high tech for 1999 in video games. We have our AC plug jack, and it used just a standard 2-prong plug. So if you lose this, it's easily replaceable because the AC-DC converter is actually built inside the unit. Now, here's where you have problems if you lose the cords. This AV out's kind of hard to find. Here's what it looks like on the business head that plugs into the unit. And it gives you options for composite and S-video. This, incidentally, is an aftermarket brand AV cable. You can find them, but they're not that cheap. Now let's take a closer look at the Dreamcast controller. As you can see, it's nearly the size of the Dreamcast itself. But that's not a bad thing. It has these nice wing-like grips underneath that fit very comfortably in the hand. 2 trigger buttons left and right, A, B, X, Y buttons, a start button, a D-pad, and an analog stick. The Dreamcast controller is a good one. It feels very nice and comfortable in the hand when you're playing a game. It doesn't feel too overpowering or overwhelming. But here's where they went a little crazy. You see all that junk in the front of it? This has 2 ports for add-ons. The bottom one, I believe, is a vibration unit. And the top one is the ridiculous VMU, which was just a memory card with an LCD screen, A/B button, a sleep and a mode button, and a D-pad. It's a bit much, I think, for a memory card, if I must say so myself. Plus, this memory card takes 2 watch batteries. Not 1, but 2. That's a bit much. And there you have it. General overview of the Sega Dreamcast. It's quite a nice console. You can get them fairly cheaply. I definitely recommend picking them up. There's a big homebrew community involved with the Dreamcast, so you can find a lot of good games still being released now. Although you do have to modify your Dreamcast if you want to be able to play homebrew. I'm Dommy from Classic Games Revisited. Until next time.